indoor tortoise tour. I recently posted an outdoor tortoise tour, and someone was like, hey, what about an indoor tortoise tour? But really the only tortoise I have inside now is Susie, and that's because it's fall and I had her out in the summertime in her bin, I guess a garden box setup. It wasn't as large as this, so I'm sure she likes the more free reigning space, but it was secure and it kept her in the sun during the good hot times, as well as I had shade offerings. Of course, you know me, safety first. But indoor tortoise tour, the only tortoise I have inside right now is Susie. But as far as setup goes, we have ultra deep soil, as deep as her shell is long, probably more than. We have rocks to clamber over. We have extra water. I try to keep it fresh, but good luck with her. I filled it 15 minutes ago, and here we are. Yeah, some rocks, some decorative rocks, some clay pots. She loves all different sizes of pots because, as you know, she used to be with the trio of Walker and Dodger and Trevor, but of course things have always changed. But Susie's there just munching some roograss plantain, just right from the yard. As far as lighting goes, I think that's a 110, 120 watt halogen flood bulb from as cheap as I can find them at any hardware store. I find them at Canadian Tire, Lowe's, Home Depot, you name it. And then UVB, 12% Arcadia. Then I just dust her food with a little bit of Nutriball. I just drilled a few holes in the roof of it, or lid. Same with the calcium. I just flick that back and forth a little bit on her food most days. I'm not scared to skip out because in most cases I have calcium cuttlefish bone just ready and waiting. Like that stuff. A little bit cooler because of the water that's dumped there. I'm sure we'll find, yeah, that's not bad. There's a 30 spot. Where was that? Yeah, we're nearing 30. She's comfortable, or he, a boy named Susie. Susie's my own hatch, the first one that we kept, and I still call her she, but it's a he, and he is beautiful. Although we will have to keep him away from his mother down the road. Because I just love the fact that I brought this tortoise into this life. But as far as indoor tortoise tour goes, it's kind of plain Jane boring because the bottom isn't even set up for 3 gals, and neither is the top. The top just looks the same. It's a clambered scatterbout of pots and dishes, pots and pans. But of course, heavy duty UVB. We'll see if I can get you upstairs here. It's way cooler to look at Sue's. This is where I did have the redfoots, just for a short period, but I've since went a different route for them to maximize humidity. This here will eventually be back to baby and fresh hatchling setup. And even then I might do something, now that I'm on to something else, I might do something else with the baby so I can maximize my indoor space and do, because right now I have 7 full-time gals, and so I'd like to run 4 gals. Leave Susie in her domain, and then 3 gals. See, I've got a few extra from pots and pans. But the necessities, of course, we've got an extra water dish, some extra soil, but we've always got tubular UV and flood halogen heat, a pond liner, and deep soil. You'll notice how I don't have as much pond liner showing because I have extra soil up here. But it's the same recipe. It's always the same recipe. Max stomping space, couple hide spaces in cooler areas, nice broad area in the hot area for the most part. Some stone, deep soil, quality lights, some good water, and of course some fresh food. I'm not sure if you'd like to come and see, but you can come along and check out. No, I'm going to do a different video. I can't tell you what I was going to take you on. Okay, I'll tell you, but it just means you guys will have to tune into the next one. But the incubator is pretty full, and that's also where I keep my how do I say, my homemade food for these guys in bulk. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching if you've watched this far. If you haven't watched this far, just do me a favor, share it with a friend, tell them all about me on any other channel, TikTok, Facebook groups, or YouTube. Maybe one day my quality of videos will go up, but maybe you are a videopreneur and won't feel like helping me out. But now it's Tortoise Keepers. Brando out.